welcome to a special edition of the Ticket Studs. We're going to be drafting Christmas holiday movies. That's going to be specifically Christmas, movies that are set during Christmas. I'm sure we're going to push the limits. It's going to be fun. The order today, you guessed it, in the one spot, Jeff, Arvin.
Should we see who has the best Santa belly laugh first?
We can do that, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead, Arvin.
Ho, 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 ho.
It's pretty good. It's a little overdone, but
Okay. Let's hear yours.
Salami.
Ho, 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 ho.
The enunciation was really
Nice.
good.
He
Okay,
nailed
go
it.
ahead, Kashner.
Yeah.
Kashner.
Wow.
That's
It's like you can hear sleigh bells in
That's
that one.
like Father
My
Christmas.
God.
Yeah.
Did you even want to go?
Yeah, you don't.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I just wanted to see what you guys would do.
I just wanted to see what you guys would do.
Well, when I was 16 at Kmart, I did play Santa.
Oh, that's about all I got.
Yeah, Cash, you win that one.
That was jolly.
No, I know.
Like, it was really good.
He nailed it. Like, there is no competition
We
there.
should do this
I mean, that's a wrap,
Santa
right?
when we do the children's Christmas party.
Oh.
I have a habit of saying yes, so hopefully nobody's asked.
Yeah.
So I'm going to hope it stays that way.
Yeah, we already have an elf. You guys could hang out.
Well, it's probably tomorrow,
On a
so
shelf.
they might still ask.
Drafting in the 2 spot, we have Nick Salemi.
I know him.
In the 3 spot, myself, Kashner, and on the turn at 4, I think again, Littell.
What up? It's actually, I've gotten fourth the most out of all of us.
I thought you were going to tell us a different way to
I tried to
pronounce your
make
last name after all this time.
It's Lytle.
I tried to
literal.
trade with you. Offered you a candy cane.
No, and we appreciate it.
Did you offer 2 candy canes?
I did.
He did
You
not.
gave up?
I only took
He-
one
he only
out
had the
of your
one.
desk.
I'm just saying.
He only offered you an ill-gotten candy cane.
step the game up a little bit.
I will. I'm sorry.
Maybe a full-size candy
Oh,
cane.
Littell, I'll have you know, too, that Reese's Cup, I opened my drawer less than a second, a student in there to snatch it up. Like, she was standing right there, and I reached in to get a pen or something. Ooh, what's that? Shh, gone.
It'd be on site.
Gone. Yeah.
I'd have a case.
I feel like you're going to have a lot to cut at the beginning of our show.
This
We
is
haven't
good.
started.
This is content.
I
Yeah.
guess not.
This is content.
If you
what
don't
the
think I'm
people
going to
want.
put out the ho-ho-ho win I just got,
That's fine. I'm just,
yeah,
the
no, that
other
is
10 minutes. I
We
think we're
don't
gonna
need
have
the
to
other
cut out.
10.
all right. Arvin, number 1 pick.
All right.
And it's not going to be Die Hard. I'm surprised.
No, it's not. So I think I've got to be true to who I am as a person, and it's Jaws. It's Jaws. And,
Yeah.
I think we all know that. Obviously, it takes place in July.
No, I get it.
In Nantucket. I'm kidding. It's I'm gonna go with Elf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of knew that was going
Not
to go.
Star Wars
Yeah.
Christmas special.
Nope. Although that is a thing. That
It
is a
it
thing.
exists. I wasn't
And
aware
there's
of
a
that.
Lego one that's actually good, but
No, the Lego one is solid.
the original trilogy one is just tragic.
us about Elf.
So Elf. Now, I feel like we've talked about Elf in our 2003 podcast.
That's
Shout
true.
out to the 2003 pod if anybody wants to go check it out. But
Who got it that time?
it's fantastic.
Somebody get
Not me, because I
Salami
picked
got it.
Nemo.
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah. And then I listened to that part of it the other day, and I felt a little bad about not getting Elf. So.
Tell us how
But he
Elf
took it in the
tastes
wrong
you.
category,
So good.
though.
That's true. He did take it in the wrong
What'd
category,
I
which
do?
was pretty
Blockbuster?
weird.
You took it as a blockbuster instead of a comedy.
Yeah, because that was our
Yeah.
first try, and that was the one you got tragically wrong.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
yeah. But
But
Elf
I
was a
still
good
got
pick.
Elf.
That's right, you did. And I had a pang of regret as I listened to that. I was like, oh, I mean, I love Finding Nemo, but if I had known I wasn't gonna get Elf,
What is your favorite scene from Elf?
Yeah.
'Cause
The
I have many.
People want to know.
I think I actually really enjoy the duet in the shower part of things because I've always really liked
The
that part.
TVMA version.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That part. Absolutely.
Her realization
Wait, that
is so
wasn't
funny.
Elf. But like Zoe Deschanel is like really good at singing, and Will Ferrell has always been very charming to me whenever he sings like anything and or just lip syncs things. So yeah, that's a winning scene for me. But I don't know that there's a bad scene in the movie. Like,
No.
Do you have a favorite, Salami?
I think probably my favorite is when he's working at the department store and he hears Santa is coming the next day. He just loses his mind.
oh my god, I know him.
And then obviously he spends the night decorating and setting it all up, which is truly amazing when you see the effects of it all.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
stop motion stuff in that movie is really good too.
Oh, the whale is my
love it.
favorite character in the whole movie.
Bye, buddy. Hope to find your dad.
It's great.
Do you have a favorite part?
I I especially like when he's eating all the gum and won't stop.
Oh my
It's so gross. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
There's two scenes equally that make me laugh every single time. One is, oh, he's an angry elf.
Angry elf.
And Dinky
You're not
goes
Santa.
crazy. And then the other one, I can't remember if it's him chewing gum or if he something, and he just starts slowly crying. The way Will Ferrell is able to do that and sound exactly like a toddler is so funny every time.
Yeah, it's kind of impressive how he can just eat that much spaghetti with real maple syrup on it.
That's
and not
another
that
great
bad.
scene.
So
he crushes
gross.
Pop Tarts on top.
With like M&Ms and
Oh God.
All right, Salemi, number 2.
All right. So I am going to. I might have taken Elf. My number 1. My true number 1. I'm going to wait till second round because I can't imagine anyone's going to take it. I'll be shocked.
Punk.
So I'm going to take my other number 1, and I'm taking the black and white version of Miracle on 34th Street with Natalie Wood.
Yeah.
And
You
that
enjoy.
is an amazing. You don't like that movie?
Do not care for it.
Oh my gosh, I like that movie quite a bit. Obviously,
I like movies with color. First part of Wizard of Oz.
You were literally talking about how you were going to pick a black and white movie as your
know.
first pick.
I like that is Christmas. That is, I don't know, a quintessential Christmas.
It's real
movie.
sentimental. I'll give you
Yeah,
that. Very sweet.
you feel good about, and even the remake,
Yeah,
which
I
I
never
was
saw that.
skeptical of. Also,
Matilda?
really well done. Yeah, whatever her real name is.
Mara Wilson, and she disparaged Indiana on Twitter once, so I will now
Oh, we
hate her
don't mess
forever.
with Mara Wilson.
Well, we don't
do
need to
not.
go down that road.
That's why I call her Matilda.
She'll never be on this podcast.
Yeah, that's one reason.
also she's been dead for.
Yeah, the listeners don't know we have a blacklist.
She's not dead.
She's top of the
Oh,
list.
it's like,
I saw your reaction. She's not.
Okay, I didn't know. I was sort of surprised.
That's a little
Has anyone
fact I made
seen
up.
Miracle on 34th Street?
I've seen the original.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
My grandparents love that movie.
but you don't. Thank you.
My
You don't?
grandparents love
It's,
that movie.
I mean, it's good. I haven't seen it in a long time, but I remember liking it as a kid.
I actually, I mean, I enjoy it.
I think it's very.
It's
just
real sweet.
It's everything about Christmas and when Santa Claus is on trial, the prosecution. There's just a lot of fun moments. It's not funny like Elf. Elf's hilarious.
Yeah.
But it's a fun movie.
It's tongue
It
in
makes me
cheek.
chuckle and
Yeah.
It was on my list. Yeah. I just had to scratch it off. I hope I don't have to do that for Littell again.
All right. I'm up in the 3 spot, and I'm going to go with maybe just as quotable as Elf. I'm going with Christmas Vacation.
Oh man. That movie makes my heart so happy every time. Every time I hear the opening title scroll, Christmas Vacation.
Shout out
Like-
Mavis Staples.
Yeah.
So good.
Banger. It's inferior, I think, to the first one, but still very good. Family Vacation.
I got you.
I
I
think
don't.
it's just called Vacation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
National Lampoon Vacation.
I like Vacation more than I like Christmas Vacation, and I know this is gonna upset some people, but I mildly like Christmas Vacation.
Wow.
I don't
really?
understand you.
I'm sorry.
I love that movie.
It's not that I dislike it. It's not. I just, to me, it gets overblown how funny it is. I think it's funny at times, and then there's like the whole squirrel in the tree thing that I don't find that funny.
I will agree.
I don't like Elf. I'm laughing all the dang time.
I think it's got more heart though, and it makes up
Christmas
for that
Vacation?
reason. Yeah.
Elf's got a lot of heart.
No, I
baby.
mean compared to Vacation.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't dislike
Say,
Christmas.
the only
Vacation.
thing I like about Vacation is Holiday Road, Lindsey Buckingham.
Dude, that whole movie's so funny to me.
Nah,
Are you
it's not for me.
serious?
For real. This isn't like a heat joke. Like I for real don't care for it. Cousin Eddie in Christmas Vacation
It's hilarious.
is so amazing.
That whole family when they roll up in their RV.
And here's the other thing
It's
too.
ridiculous.
that is fun.
I watched Christmas Vacation first and 1,000 times before I ever actually watched the first Vacation.
Okay,
So that
so you got some
really
nostalgia
skews
with
it.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of same. I've watched it more.
All right, you're up in the 4 spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Nothing
2 in a row.
else to say about?
No, I'll just keep it going.
What's your favorite moment in Christmas Vacation?
Yeah, what is your
when
favorite
he pulled
moment?
up in the trailer?
God,
At the
it's so
very
funny.
end, when they discovered that he was the boss, Brian Doyle Murray was going to screw them on their bonuses.
Yes.
And the cop's like, ooh, I would beat you with the rubber hose. I enjoy that.
Okay.
All right. I'm kind of surprised.
This is our Christmas movie list.
I got-
so you know.
Oh,
When
okay.
you
He's
pull up
like,
the
why is
document, like
so many-
I know sometimes you struggle to make your first pick or
I'm getting
second or
I'm
third.
getting my first two right
Yeah.
off the bat.
right in a row.
This one goes out to very special somebody, Brian Miller. I'm picking Die Hard first.
There it is.
Overall.
Well, there you go.
You should have told me. I could have called them.
Oh,
They
that'd
could have been
funny.
here.
What?
It's a Nakatomi Tower.
That's sick.
absolutely
What an awesome movie.
so good.
And I will argue that it is a Christmas movie because
It
I think at
is.
the core of every Christmas movie, obviously, is the setting, but also you have someone who is redeemed. You have like a cynic, someone really cynical who is redeemed by the end of it, and that is
The limo
Bruce
driver.
Willis's character. Yeah,
Oh.
the limo driver. Who was that? Like,
He's funny. I know that.
Argyle.
I don't remember.
I know
know
his
his-
name's Argyle. Love him, but no.
oh, but no, the scene is so good because it's all like one location. I mean, like, yeah, you get some conversations that are outside of the building, but it's all in the building. Hans is one of the best villains in cinema history, in my mind.
Oh, Rickman kills it.
His
Yes,
death
he
is
does.
excellent too.
He switches to that American accent, and you're like, oh.
Yeah.
And these dudes are like cold-blooded terrorists. Like, they're very, very violent. Don't give a crap about anyone else. So seeing our boy work his way through, save his wife, save the tower.
It brought them back together.
Yeah.
Weren't they? Weren't
They're gonna get like
Yeah.
divorced.
Right.
They're
Yeah,
separated.
they were separated. Living
another
on separate
redeeming
coasts.
quality of the Christmas movie that is
Yeah.
Die Hard.
Miracles do happen.
So yeah,
Miller just needs to rewatch
He does.
it and be
He
more
does. It's
clear-headed
just sad.
and
be a little
It's
more
just sad.
wise. I think.
yeah.
All right, Miller, if you're listening, you can start listening back in now. Let's out with your second pick.
Okay, so my second pick, I have watched this movie 13 times in the last 2 days because I've played it for all my classes in Spanish. And I will tell you this.
Nobody at Warren is hopefully listening. Administration is listening. For the last week, we've watched this movie.
No, it's just been the last couple days. But
Yeah, just a couple days.
just every period.
Only since
though, so
October.
it's been like, it's Home Alone, John Hughes,
The OG?
the OG.
Favorite scene.
I don't know how to come
Favorite
back.
scene.
My favorite scene is when he is in the church with the old man and they're talking about how to improve their lives a little bit because the old man has not spoken to his son since,
Oh yeah.
I don't know, like 30 years.
There's a
It's
lot of
really
redeeming.
the redemption in that movie, yeah.
Nah, the fun stuff like Buzz, your girlfriend. Woof.
Yeah. Or, dude, when he spills the milk on the passports and they're all just staring at him like, across, it's so funny. There are lots of great.
Do you
Kevin, you're
almost-
such a disease.
Do you almost tear up at the end when the mom walks in
Yeah,
and,
man.
and they just stare at one another? There's a pause before he comes running to her.
That and with the old man. The old man scene makes me tear up like every time. But
Yeah.
it just, there's a lot of heart. And I have found that I like the trap element less as I get older. But like the first hour and 10 minutes of that movie are perfect to me.
Joe
and the
Pesci's
ending is
hilarious.
excellent. Joe Pesci's
No, he's great
so
in that,
fun.
yeah.
Like
Who's
he
the
has
other guy?
Marv!
Daniel Stern.
Daniel Stern.
Daniel
He's
Stern.
great in it too.
like Joe Pesci's surprisingly good physical comedy actor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Yeah.
He put it all out there. Like some of those falls, I imagine were some stunt
Yeah.
doubles,
Oh my
but some of those
God.
were him, and he ate every bit of it.
When he takes the tarantula and puts it on Daniel Stern's head.
Don't move.
Daniel Stern's response, his hysteria, that cracks me up every time. He loses his mind.
Oh, dude, him walking on
crying.
the ornaments as
Yes.
Oh, right. Yeah.
God, dude.
Yeah.
All right, I'm up in the third spot. My second pick, I took Christmas Vacation first. I'm now going to select Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Nice.
Wow. What is it with you in sequels today?
It's kind of political, huh?
What's the other?
Christmas Vacation. That's
Oh yeah. I
that's
don't. I
second
guess I don't
in the-
consider that a.
I mean,
It is. It's part of a series.
it's the Griswold family.
It's got half of the same cast.
Yeah.
Leonard's in Christmas Vacation, isn't he?
And your girl, Juliette Lewis.
Oh yeah,
It's the best kid cast out of all the vacations.
yeah.
I'd agree. Yeah, lots of good child actors in that movie. Talk about Home Alone 2.
You got a sweet old lady who's homeless. He There's a mishap. He's supposed to go to Florida with his family.
You don't have to tell us about the plot.
Oh, then I'm done.
And it happened
There's a
again.
sweet old lady. There's pigeons.
Donald Trump's in
Donald
this
Trump
one.
shows up.
That's right, in the middle of the plaza.
Nothing says Christmas like Donald Trump. So yeah.
That's true. He's
good.
the gift
Some
that
ties.
keeps on giving.
There's a good John Mulaney bit about that movie. Lost in New York, the streets are numbered.
It's a grid system. Like when he's scared, he's like, "It's scary out there," and the taxi driver's like, all mangled. Ain't much better in here, kid.
I thought for sure that movie was gonna just be
Terrible.
a waste of time and terrible. Like we're running this back. Come on.
I genuinely like it a lot more than the first one.
Really?
I really do.
That's
Again, this was the one we had on VHS,
Oh, sure.
so I watched it
Yeah.
over and over again.
That'll do it.
And shout out Ali Sheedy with the cameo in a John Hughes film.
There's no way you like that movie more than the original.
I really do. Seriously. Sorry, man.
So you're saying if you had to, so if you had been picking Littel's spot, you would have gone Home Alone 2 first
Yeah.
before Home Alone.
Yeah.
Interesting. Wow. All right.
If I had the number one overall pick, I would have taken Elf. But
You were gonna
I'm
say
taking Home Alone
too.
too.
Like, wow.
It's the best Christmas movie.
all right, so let me.
All right, I am picking my favorite one, and I feel like I could wait a while, but I'm going with
No, you
what
can,
I've-
you can
Go
wait. You
with
can
what
wait.
your
Just go
heart
ahead and
wants.
wait.
No,
Go
I'm
with
going
your
with
third
the ones
favorite.
I really, really like, even though I know none of you are going to take it. But I wake up every Christmas Eve early before I have to do whatever other things I have to do. Make coffee, I get pastries the night before, sit down and I watch.
You watch this movie?
I watch this movie, and I've been doing it for 20-some years. It is A Christmas Carol, the 1951 version with
Oh.
Alistair Sims.
Man, yeah.
It's a good movie.
It made my list, but further down. That's
Yeah.
true.
That portrayal of Christmas future is scary.
Death?
Still.
Yeah. I watched that for the first time in Mrs. Benson's English class, 8th grade. We watched that at this time of the year.
Sounds
and
like
it
she was a
always
lot
stuck
like
with me.
Littell.
Over
Giving up.
and
Real tough
over
curriculum.
and over.
So everyone has seen this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I didn't know if everyone had seen that version. They used to play it on TV all the time when I was a kid, and I don't know, that stopped a while ago. But
Which-
it used to be constant.
Which ghost do you think is the most attractive?
In that movie?
Yeah.
Like, am I single or?
yeah. If you had to date one of the ghosts, which one are you going for?
I'd be monogamous, I think. I wouldn't date any of them.
You want to marry one of them.
I don't want to marry them either. This is taking a bad turn, I feel.
This just become MFK on the ghosts?
Yeah,
Like,
no, there was no.
What
there's-
is happening
there
right
was
now?
no
This
ghost.
is a Christmas
What? Yeah.
But I
holiday
do-
podcast, sir.
I'm just trying to get our audience.
Can I pick
involved a little
Marley?
bit. Yeah.
Okay.
So
I pick Marley.
Could I name another ghost? No, I could
Nope,
not.
that's it.
Future, past,
and present.
and present. Well, sure. Okay,
No.
cool.
No, the special effects for that.
Pretty good for the time. Yeah.
Oh, it was cutting edge. I watched a documentary about it. Just the fact that you could see through the ghost through Marley and see the other wall and
Well, still looks
how it's
good.
Yeah, I still watch the film. I'll watch
Every
it on
Christmas
Monday
morning.
or Tuesday. My fault.
Wednesday?
I'll watch Tuesday morning.
All
No,
right.
Christmas Eve.
Okay.
Christmas Eve.
Arvin, 2 picks back to back.
All right. So I'm going to, I didn't get to pick the first movie that some people debate about whether or not it's a Christmas movie or not. So I'm going to pick the second one and go with It's a Wonderful Life.
Ooh, I thought you were gonna say Die Hard too.
See,
Not a Christmas.
I just really don't think it's a Christmas movie.
Why?
Which one?
The only thing is that it just happens to end on Christmas Day.
Okay, but
I mean,
so the
could not
only thing
one
about
person
Die
say
Hard
that
is
about
it was
Die
an
Hard, too?
office
But the
Christmas
whole
party.
scene, but like,
yeah, and you're right. Your earlier point about like there being a redemption story, that doesn't happen. So,
Right.
but he's
And
not a cynic.
There's actual angel in this one too.
and those are from
You know, what?
God.
I take
Right.
it back. I take it
So-
back. That is a Christmas movie.
Reason
No, they're
for
right,
the
sorry.
season.
In
I'm
theory,
standing strong. Not a Christmas movie.
There's an angel.
It is.
Yeah, sorry,
It
man.
most
Wait till I take
definitely
Mean
is.
Girl.
They're-
Look, you do realize maybe you don't like. I'm not saying this to be. If this comes across condescending, I apologize.
No, you don't.
The movie "It's a Wonderful Life"
Yeah.
takes place in one night. Everything else is reflecting back on what he tries to commit suicide, and then they're reflecting back on what life would have been
Without
if he
it.
had
Yeah.
right. Now it does show his life leading up to that moment too, but the essence of the movie is played out in one night and for how it's
Kind of
supposed to play
Christmas
out.
Carol-esque.
Yeah, I just
There's
yeah.
just so little mention of Christmas at all in the whole movie until the very
The
end.
very end.
And
So then, how do you think it's become somewhat synonymous, other than they played it at Christmas?
The
time?
same reason you think Lord of the Rings is a Christmas movie is because they play it on nonstop.
But I'm just joking about that.
But I mean, that is how like they just started playing it on Christmas and it became a Christmas movie.
What do you think? They
It
played
wasn't
at
like
Christmas?
marketed. It didn't come. Did it release on
Okay,
Christmas?
here's the
Like,
thing.
when did
Die
it come
Hard
out?
came out in
How
the
are we
summer.
arguing
It came out-
this
it
when
came out in
our-
the summer
when we're all
movie.
like, Die
But
Hard is
Die
a
Hard,
Christmas
right?
movie.
Die Hard came out in the summer, but we can call that a Christmas movie.
But the whole thing is like on Christmas. There's Christmas themes. Like
I think if It's a Wonderful Life was a lot more awesome like Die Hard, I'd give it a
that's
pass.
true. It's
my
not as
God.
But
bad.
because it's so boring and over, I'm sorry.
No
I'm
one
I'm
gets
joking.
killed in that movie.
No, you're fine.
no one gets killed in what movie?
Wow,
It's a
you
Wonderful
see,
Life.
George.
There's an attempt, obviously, but
Well, in theory, his
Money's not
brother
here.
dies because he's not there to save him. Remember?
Spoiler.
whoa, yeah. Sorry, audience.
Also, the angel's name is
Dudes,
Clarence.
you've had since
Ooh,
1954 to watch this movie.
Yeah.
Like,
All
Clarence
right.
is a bad name.
I think the moral of this, Arvin, is you and I need to make our own podcast. Wow.
You want to do it while we're
For the
recording
dis-
this one? We can just hear
For
you
the
in the background.
discriminating movie critic.
Are you going to review the movie Old Dogs?
All right, I'm with you on It's a Wonderful Life.
okay.
What's your third?
I honestly, I don't know that I actually thought there would be any kind of debate about it. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think I know until now. I don't think I knew anybody who would
It's
have been
actually
like,
hotly
it's
contested.
not a Christmas movie. But wow, like, maybe it's just people of an older generation were like
Had this been a year ago,
less questioning.
Had this been a year ago, I wouldn't have had an argument because I hadn't seen it.
Oh, okay.
I finally last year around this time watched it for the first time. Like, all right, I'm gonna do it. And I was like, oh, this isn't a Christmas movie. That's really funny. That was my initial reaction. Then I went and Googled. I'm like, is there? Because I always heard about the Die Hard debate.
It's by far the more
It's
like
a Wonderful
famous
Life,
one,
an
I think,
actual
but yeah.
Christmas movie, and there's lots of spirited debate.
Oh
Obviously.
yeah. Again, I've only seen it like online. I've never had an
That's 'cause
actual
a lot of-
disagreement about it. So yeah, it's kind of fun.
A lot of
I
people
like
do
it.
like they're like, no, I watch it every single year. Like my Uncle Phil,
Yeah,
kind of like your
it's
Christmas
a tradition.
Carol.
It's a tradition.
It's either really, really late at night or really, really early in the morning. It's dark. Nobody else is up. In the dark, watching it and just
Yeah.
kind of emotionally taking it in.
Well, I think like it goes back. It's kind of like you with the VHS tape of Home Alone 2, right? Like it was one of the few things that you could count on watching every year around Christmas time.
Yep.
Like even when there were just like 3 networks, like it's 1974, A Wonderful Life is going to be on. You know, like
Yeah.
it's 1992, A Wonderful Life is going to be on. And then now like TBS still shows it on like rotation, right?
Yeah.
Like I mean,
It was on
it's just one of those things that
E!
you can count on.
in the last few days, and it was being run. And I thought,
Nonstop.
wow, it's like it was easily a week ago because I thought, man, we're still a couple weeks from Christmas, and you're
Yeah.
doing the marathon. That seemed a little much.
Feels like this weekend is the time for that. But
Yeah.
So I think it can get excessive, and maybe that's just like worn people down. They're like, you know what? Let's debate. It's not, So I don't know, but it's interesting. Okay. Anyways, next pick. I'm gonna go with. Oh man, do I go with my childhood or my sarcasm?
Are they mutually exclusive?
Yeah. Okay. So childhood one. I'm gonna go with A Christmas Story.
Nice.
Yeah.
Classic.
I
Yeah.
was thinking about taking that next.
A Christmas Story. So, yeah, that one is just for me like that's one of those that we would watch every year. Like that was the Christmas tradition, and like Fragile and the lamp and just all of those things, and being raised as like a little Catholic kid, like the lamp was like, oh my God, it is like lit up sex or whatever they say. Like it's like, it's just one of those moments where you're like, oh my God, this is so cool. And I just, I identified with that. Does it take place in Indiana? Or is it in like Cleveland? It's like
I think it's
somewhere
Ohio.
like here.
West.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was in
There's an
Ohio.
Indiana connection though, right? Like, isn't that the house is here or something like that?
I think that
So
might be it.
Gene Shepard, who I believe also narrates it, it's based on his childhood, and
Yeah.
he is from Indiana, but it's
Okay.
basically just a Midwestern town.
Gotcha. Because they did at the State Museum a couple years back. They did a bunch of stuff from A Christmas Story because they were talking about like how I think it was about his life was the exhibit that they put on, and you know all these different things, and they showed like here's the real picture of him getting the bunny outfit and stuff like that. So yeah. So I'm gonna go with that. I just really like the movie a
Nice.
lot. So
Solid
Yep.
picks.
that's the one.
It was the funny Christmas movie until
For
Oh,
Elf.
yeah.
Till Elf.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
Elf came in.
And he's in that movie.
Who's in what movie?
The kid from the Christmas Stories in Elf.
Peter
right?
Billingsley,
Yeah, he's
he
one of the
directed
elves.
it. Or no, he didn't.
No, he's one of the
John
elves.
Favreau directed it.
Who is he in Elf?
He's one of the elves in Santa's workshop.
At the beginning,
Oh,
like
I had no
the
idea.
boss chef.
the one who's wearing glasses.
They did it intentionally, or is it that's just a weird?
Oh,
Coincidence?
we're really behind. Buddy's
sure.
really killing me.
He's
That's him. You can kind of hear it in that
Oh,
moment.
yeah, okay.
Like if you if you listen to that, you get Ralphie's voice a little bit, and you're like,
he's
oh,
best friends with John Favreau.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh,
That's
interesting.
So remember in Iron Man when
Why can't you
Jeff
be a
Bridges is like,
director?
Tony Stark built this in a cave. He's yelling at
Yeah.
that.
Oh, he's
science-
yelling at him.
That's
yeah,
him.
he's yelling at the scientists. Yeah. Wow.
And
it all makes
Peter
sense.
Billingsley directed Couples Retreat with Vince Vaughn and John Favreau.
I love
Like they're all
Interesting.
pals.
cool. That's awesome.
If only I had a friend like that.
Well, you're kind of angry. We're working on it. We'll get you some friends.
So Lemmy, you're up.
Thank you. For number 3, I am taking The Year Without a Santa Claus,
Oh, wow.
which, for those of you who don't know where how
That's
these
one of the
movies,
stop motion ones.
It is one of the
Yeah.
stop motion one, and it is the one with the Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
Those are the
that's
two
where that
best
comes
songs.
from.
The two
I've never
best
seen it.
songs. He's Mr. He
Oh, yeah?
Blister.
I was
He's
saying, I've seen
Mr.
clips of it.
101.
Yeah, he's Mr. Sun, Mr. 101.
Yeah.
Whatever he touches melts in his clutch. Yeah.
It's a good movie.
Oh yeah, it is. It is one of the stop motion ones, and the song and the scenes with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
It's pretty off kilter too. Like it's very different from all the other ones.
Oh yeah,
Like,
Santa Claus got sick,
Yeah.
and then he may or may not go out and deliver presents. Then he thinks Christmas spirit is dying, and people don't really believe in him. So he's why even bother? And Jingle and Jangle, his two elves, go out to try to spur up Christmas spirit in what's the name of the town? They gotta make it snow in some town that's always hot. I forget what
Phoenix?
No, but it's something.
Tucson.
Like one of the towns is called Snowtown, and the other town's
Albuquerque?
called some heat town or something like that.
Do you think the
Isabel's
Heat
above.
Miser looks like Colin Quinn?
that's hilarious.
Because
That's
on
so
Tough
funny.
Crowd,
He does
they would
look
call
like
him Heat
Colin
Miser. Like,
Quinn.
no, don't start with the Heat Miser. He'd always get real mad.
That's hella funny. He does look like Heat Miser.
yeah.
yeah,
Especially when he
yeah.
used to spike his hair a little bit.
Yeah.
It would definitely be more of an insult if someone said you looked like Snow Miser, because he's a creepy sort of
The Jack
skeleton.
Frost looking one, yeah.
Skeleton-esque. They make him look.
He's
almost.
very thin.
Yeah. But I like that movie a lot. Of all the stop motion, I mean, I like all
More
of
than
them,
Rudolph.
but that one, Heat Miser, Snow Miser, I just remember being a
songs are
kid.
awesome.
The songs were so fun, and just the scenes, it was pretty cool animation. And I called it animation knowing that it's not animation
I mean, it's stop
necessarily.
motion, but
Right. But yeah, that was one of my favorites when I was a kid.
All right, I'm
good
up.
choice.
My third pick, I am going to go with, there's still a lot of really good titles left.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's any question. Charlie Brown Christmas.
No. I was
Sorry, Sorry, buddy.
Oh, it's such a good movie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's so much heart in that. It's so funny. Here, you talk
Linus.
about it first. I'll get my
No,
word.
go.
It's just hilarious. Like, dude, when he stops by Lucy for the doctor's real late, He goes in. Their advice for 5 cents is so funny. Their school play / dance, hilarious. Everyone getting their parts, and Charlie just getting so mad. What else happened? Snoopy ice skating, fantastic. Who's throwing the snowballs to hit the tin cans off the? Was that Linus?
Linus with his blanket.
Well, yeah,
Yeah.
he was doing it like a slingshot. yeah.
It's so sick.
I like when Lucy's bothering, oh crap, what's his name? The piano player.
Oh
Schroeder.
yeah,
Schroeder, thank you. I was never going to get that.
and he's just so annoyed
And he's
by
playing
her.
it. He's playing it beautifully in the right way, and she's like, "No, no, no, dun 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 dun." That's it. I love that part, and the songs are so great.
Christmas time is here.
the Vince Guaraldi Trio.
It's so good. There's so much
Tannenbaum.
heart in that movie.
Yeah.
Duo Tannenbaum. And the Christmas tree that Charlie Brown picks out, he's so pleased with his choice, and then the entire gang
I have
is
beef
upset.
with that scene though.
Okay, let's hear the beef.
It's clearly a terrible tree. It's like this twig with some branches on it.
Yeah.
Needles
And then they're
falling
like,
off.
let's just kind of do that. And then it's now just a full tree. Like, no. All right. You can make it look better than it was, but I never cared for that part. Still love the movie, though. Or short. I mean, it's 30 minutes long. Call it a movie.
Yeah.
It is.
The televised
Littell,
special.
you're up. Back to back.
Man, that hurt my heart a lot.
Sorry, dude.
You can still
Charlie
pick
Brown
Violent Night.
Thanksgiving's still there.
So is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So is in
Basically,
Bruges.
any Shane
so is-
Black movie.
Right. So is Batman Returns.
Iron
Yep.
Man 3.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm gonna go for is it my third pick?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with the what year was this? Was it 1967? The original The Grinch
Rudolph?
Stole Christmas.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man. That was
Animated.
going to be my next one.
Good choice.
So that works. We traded.
I watched that movie so many times as a kid. I mean, we had it on VHS, DVD, every form. Watched
I
it every
felt so
Christmas.
old today because somebody was like, "Can you play like the original Grinch?"
Oh, they were talking about the live action.
and they
one.
meant the Jim Carrey one.
No.
I was like,
dang.
"Oh my god!"
And I like the Jim Carrey one.
It's
There's lots of good
fine.
moments in that movie, but the OG is unmatched.
So good.
Just all the original Dr. Seuss drawings brought to life in an animation. Songs are good. Cindy Lou Who, great. The Grinch is like all of his facial expressions are so sinister. And
I've got a beef with this one though too.
okay, go ahead. Let's hear.
When he's slicing up the roast hash or whatever it is, slices fall off, but it doesn't get any smaller. I
It's a
don't,
Christmas miracle, man.
I don't care
in
for
the
that.
1960s,
It's a Christmas
you're picking this
Right.
one thing.
He's actually Jesus.
It says a lot about attention spans as kids too, like little kids.
Yeah.
Because I remember Charlie Brown Christmas and The Grinch being like a full-fledged movie,
Right.
and then now you're like, oh, it's over.
Yeah.
Dang, it's like 20 minutes long. All right, that's cool.
It is the most true thing to Dr. Seuss's actual
Yeah.
art, drawing.
Yeah, it
it's
captures
pretty
that
true
spirit.
to it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I like the live action one, and I like the new version. I think they just call it The Grinch, right?
Yeah. The animated one.
Yeah.
Is that
Yeah.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
Yes.
And it is good, but it's definitely a reimagining of
Right.
Dr. Seuss's
And I feel
art.
like all of them are just trying to capture that original magic.
Right.
And
Like
the narrator,
I do.
Yes.
Ooh.
The narrator is.
Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah.
I
I always
never
thought it was
knew
the guy who sang the song
I did
Thurl
too.
Ravenscroft,
Yeah.
which is an all-time name. Shout out to Thurl. But no, he sings the song, and it's Bela Lugosi,
Yep.
Dracula,
That's wild.
is who narrates The Grinch.
I
Yeah.
never knew
Isn't that
that.
great? All right. What's number 4?
This is tough because I'm only gonna have one more.
Yeah, because you
how
get
numbers
5.
work.
You get 5.
Is that how that works?
Good God.
Thank you.
I knew you couldn't separate your sarcasm.
He just can't help himself. Okay. I'm going to pick a Christmas movie that I wore a sweater of this week, and that is The Nightmare Before Christmas.
Ooh, I thought that was going to go to Arvin.
I don't think that's a Christmas movie, though.
Is it a
That's
Halloween
not
movie?
a Christmas movie.
Wait, did you take it in the Halloween draft?
I did,
That's what I thought.
Did,
because it's a Halloween movie.
but it's both. It is truly both.
So say we know.
It is truly both. Like, it starts a Halloween movie and it becomes a Christmas movie.
You-
Like,
It's like the Two-Faced Mayor.
yeah.
That is pretty remarkable too.
Yeah.
Because I do think it's a Halloween movie in a Christmas movie, and who the hell is able to do something like that?
Only Tim Burton's
no,
freak
no,
mind.
it is not. Tim Burton is way overrated for what he did for that movie. He is, dude. Watch the documentary about the making of it.
He didn't direct it. He didn't do anything. He just put his name to it.
Yes, you don't know this?
No.
Yeah,
But that's his, I mean, it's his style for sure.
yeah, but there's a ton, like the actual music, the lyrics,
Danny Elfman.
Well, Elfman, yeah.
and the story itself. Like he's just his name, Tim Burton's Nightmare Before Christmas. You watch the
Interesting.
documentary and you'll be like, so you basically just are stealing everyone else's.
Little Thomas
Work.
Edison. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I was shocked, very, very. I didn't mean to go down that road.
No,
I was
you're
just-
good. But
No,
anyway,
But it is crazy how you can sit there and watch it at Halloween time and think this is great,
And just
then
blends
Christmas.
seamlessly.
Right.
Yeah.
That is a
Great
genius thing to do.
characters. Oogie Boogie, one of the best villains
Oh, I love
ever.
Oogity Boogity. Isn't it Oogity Boogity?
Oogie Boogie, I thought. Oogity Boogity.
That was Oogity Boogity, man.
Pretty sure it's Oogie Boogie.
Yeah, I think it's just
I'm pretty
Oogie
sure.
Boogie.
It's more fun to say Oogity Boogity.
I mean, the
I think I
idiots you
remember-
put
I
in
think
there is
you're
pretty
like
funny.
putting a little Daryl Waltrip on.
Right.
Oogity boogity.
and those three
Get her
little,
done.
there's three little demon minions who
Yeah,
get
little
Santa Claus.
a-hole kids. I also, the idea that anyone else could be Santa is kind of fun to play around with, too.
Yeah.
The fact that Jack gets to be Santa for a little bit is pretty hilarious.
And he genuinely
loves
wants
it.
to do right, and he just can't do it right.
Right.
It just doesn't work for him.
He's too spooky.
Yeah.
The doctor also, that twisted doctor who assembles his girlfriend or
Yes.
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's my pick.
And they give Zero a red
excellent
nose.
I love Zero. God, if I could have a ghost dog.
Yeah, that would be fun to have
It
a
would be
ghost
fun.
dog.
I'm up. Time for my fourth pick.
It's getting tight.
It is. Yeah, it really is. It's almost like I only have
Toy.
2 picks left, and I really want to draft a few of them.
Well, you can't.
I know.
The math is not on your side here. you're gonna have to pick one and then wait.
I'm really excited about her.
The
That's
one-
my strategy.
What was it? Strategery.
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 That's right.
I'm going to go claymation here, and I'm going with Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Nice. Yeah. I was
Right,
considering
I'm not
that one
trying to be a
too.
jerk. Is
Okay.
it stop motion or clay?
It's stop motion, isn't it?
They're
It's not
basically the
clay.
same.
I don't think they're
I mean,
clay. I thought they were.
It's not
yeah,
claymation.
They're
but
actual
no,
figures
it's-
that they move.
Yeah, they
yeah,
are.
yeah.
Okay.
I'm not trying. I was
no.
asking.
No, I don't think they're clay figures. I think they just
Like,
move around.
I think all claymation is stop action. Not all stop action is claymation.
yeah.
It's like the square and the rectangle.
Yes.
And Rudolph is stop action, but it's. I don't think they're clay.
Well, I think it's clay and felt.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the
Oh,
characters
okay.
are all felt, aren't they?
Yeah.
Only some are clay.
Okay.
If there's even clay, like some of the scenes might be.
This is why
Like
people
the
won't listen
Wampa.
to our
I
mean,
podcast.
like
the
Hermie-
little snowman.
Hermie the elf.
Yes. Yeah.
I want to be a dentist. Like those, that's clay.
That's a great line.
It's also a good impersonation.
Good. And great song, Silver and Gold from Yukon
Yeah.
Cornelius.
Yeah.
A great name.
The Island of Misfit
Yeah.
Toys was that part.
Oh yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
It's classic.
Silver and Gold is sung by the Snowman, isn't it?
No, it's by
No.
the
Yukon
pickaxe
Cornelius.
No,
guy.
he
Yeah.
wants gold, but the song Silver and Gold.
Yeah, that's the
It's
snowman.
the Snowman.
That sings
It's
it.
Burl Ives who sings
Yeah.
the song.
Oh, you're right.
right,
I
yeah.
apologize.
Yukon
Yeah.
wants gold and he throws his
That's
pick up
right.
in the air.
It is Burl Ives the Snowman.
I just thought I didn't know the name of the snowman.
The snowman is pretty dope.
I don't know. Well, is he just called the Snowman?
He has a
I
little
always just say
goatee.
that. I just say that's
Burl
Burl
Ives.
Ives. I don't know what
Yeah.
Burl Ives looks like in real life. In my mind, it's
I bet
that
he has a
snowman.
goatee.
Yeah.
That looks like this.
He
I hope
does.
so.
He does.
If he doesn't, he was really missing out. 'Cause
I know.
it was a classic look.
He's a debonair kind of snowman.
Who is the voice of the mailman and also the narrator? The guy that's in the truck.
That's Tom
at the-
Hanks.
The guy who's in the like snowmobile mail truck at the very beginning, who's telling the story.
Sam the Snowman is the name of the
Sam the
Oh.
snowman. Okay. Yep.
Who's the name of the narrator?
Yeah,
In what movie?
and Rudolph.
Does the Rudolph movie have the put
Or maybe
one
I'm thinking
foot
Santa
in
Claus coming to
front
town.
of
My
the
fault.
other?
I think I'm thinking of
Yeah.
Santa Claus coming
Is
to
that-
town.
Because
as-
Burl Ives, I think,
Yeah.
narrates the story.
I'm sorry. I'm thinking of Santa Claus is coming to town.
Do
where
one of
they
you
have
know?
the mailman doing
is
it.
one foot in front of the other also part of the Rudolph movie, or is that a different?
That is Santa Claus is coming to town.
Yeah, that's
one
not-
foot in
sounds
front of the
right.
other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So let me.
All right, my turn. Man, I had it in my. Oh, yeah. I'm going to take in because I did some
In Bruges?
research on this. This was going
He
to be
raised
my
his eyebrows.
misunderstood pick if we were doing this by category.
Which we weren't.
Only 20% of the
3
people.
hours of work to
Yes.
get to this point. Here we go.
I can't believe only 20% of the audience likes this movie. I am going with Fred Claus.
You know
With
what's
my
so
man
funny?
A
I
Vince
was
Vaughn.
devotee.
I was literally thinking about this movie today. It's like, man, you know what? It's not a bad movie. It's pretty funny.
Yes, and Paul Giamatti as Santa Claus. I mean, at times he looks really unhealthy.
He
as
looks
Santa Claus.
rough.
Like that is not a good depiction of Santa Claus at all. But the idea that Santa Claus has got a little brother,
yeah, the premise is
Yeah.
awesome.
right,
And it's just some dude.
right, and he's bitter towards his dad, to his brother to some degree.
He's like Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, but Paul Giamatti, the only downside of this movie, retrospectively, is that Kevin Spacey's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it has every other element. There's a variety of redeeming stories for Paul Giamatti, for Vince Vaughn, for Kevin Spacey. Too bad not in real life.
Him partying with the elves is pretty funny.
Oh my
That whole
God, that's
scene's really
hilarious.
funny.
And they keep playing the same song, Santa Claus. Come on, man, let's mix it up a little here. He starts DJing. Yeah, it's fun. It's funny. It is a Christmas spirit type film. That's
It's
why
very jolly.
20% of the fans,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
that
think
was-
a lot of his movies are so misunderstood. just
Vince?
all the time. Yeah.
He is. You're welcome on our show anytime.
Anytime. That era of comedy is just kind of
Right.
people gloss over it.
If I ever hear that Vince Vaughn has texted out even that he's heard of this show, I'll probably just hang it up. It'll be over for me.
No, that's
All
when you
right.
got to keep
We have
going.
that.
Nah,
We
I feel
have
like
that
it can't
on
be topped.
recording.
It can't be topped.
We
that
have that
dude
on
cracks
recording.
me up.
All right, Arvin,
Wow.
last two.
Okay, so good news, everybody. My sarcastic pick is still here too. So I'm gonna go with Scrooged.
Nice. Is that Bill Murray?
It sure is Bill Murray.
And a great one at that. And
pretty
Carol
funny.
Kane.
Yes,
Yeah.
she's so
She's really good at that movie.
Oh my god, like her as like the guy, just
Yeah.
fantastic. So yeah, Scrooged. It's not one of those ones that I saw a lot as a kid, but like finally when I get to like teenage years, that's when I started to see it more, and then I was like, okay, I need to watch this. Like this is great.
No, I haven't seen
Just
it.
so
but
good.
it's basically like a
Have you
modern.
really not seen it?
No, but it's
Oh
like
my
a
God.
modern Christmas Carol, right?
Yeah, 100%.
It is, but it's more over the top
A little
and
zany.
funny. Zany, yes.
Yeah.
What's the guy's name? He drives the cab in the film. He had a hit song.
Danny
one time.
DeVito.
Something Poindexter, I thought was
That was Danny DeVito, right?
is not Danny DeVito.
That's not the show Taxi.
Bobcat
not.
Goldthwait.
It's not
Uh,
but it
no,
is. Yeah.
I know Bobcat's in it, but I thought there was
Marlon Brando.
Robert Goulet.
Robert Goulet.
Man, I forgot just how many people are in this.
Oh yeah,
And
the
Carol-
cast is fantastic.
Carol Kane. There's a couple of scenes where she gets to beat the crap out of
Oh, I would love to see
Bill
that.
Murray.
Yo.
It's funny.
Oh, it's great.
She's a good
The
physical
last-
comedy actress.
yes.
The last 10 minutes of it are really heartwarming.
they are.
Aw. It's like Groundhog Day.
because he starts talking on a live television broadcast, right? They're shooting a special. He's a TV exec.
It's Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Groundhog
Just-
Day.
It's like
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I'm
Except-
surprised you haven't seen Scrooge.
I
It's
think
good.
Scrooge came out before Groundhog Day, didn't it?
I think so.
Cash.
Well, Scrooge 74,
Scrooged, 88.
88.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing numbers out there, guys.
Yeah, I know.
don't
We know.
I'll have.
You think
I'll-
people have caught
Buddy
on?
Hackett?
It
Jamie
is not
Farr?
Buddy Hackett. There was a guy who had a hit song, and I use that term
Is it Michael
loosely.
Jackson?
It was called "Hot, Hot, Hot." The video,
Fire
Like it
burning,
was
going
in-
hot, hot, hot. That one?
maybe.
That's Power Station, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Bert-
all right.
Bert
I'll
would
look it
know
up
the
and I'll
answer.
bring it up later on. We don't need to bog down on it. Good movie.
Fair enough. Yeah.
You got to pick.
I really like that.
Who's Bill Murray's wife in that? Because she's.
Catherine Zeta-Jones.
It is not, but thank you.
Karen Allen.
Dear
yeah,
Lord.
Karen Allen.
Yeah, Karen Allen.
Buster Poindexter.
Yes, Buster Poindexter. And he had a hit song at one time in the 80s, mainly because MTV was around.
Was it the I always feel
It's
like
hot, hot, hot. It's not. The song had hot, hot, hot in it.
You don't even have to guess anymore.
Guarantee
It's just hot, hot, hot.
He is.
fire
hot,
burning,
hot,
feeling hot, hot,
And
hot.
he is in Scrooge, right? Buster Poindexter.
He's listed under his actual
That has
real
to be the
name,
song he's
Oh,
thinking
what
of.
is his real name?
David Johansen.
Never would have known that.
That's Scarlett
I
Johansson's
thought Buster
father.
Poindexter, like I didn't think that was his real name, but I thought that was the name he went by in Hollywood.
That's ScarJo's dad.
I think you're wearing that hat too tight, man.
Yeah, I'm definitely losing some blood.
All right, what's pick five?
Oh man. Okay. Well, after that.
I'm a minority.
Okay, I'm a little torn on my last pick.
Oh, real quick. Would
Yeah, go ahead.
you have taken Nightmare Before Christmas?
I would have.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I
also
thought was
would have
gonna be your
taken-
sarcastic
Yeah, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer would have been up
Yeah,
there on my
that was-
list as well too. And yeah, definitely Die Hard. Oh man, that is tough. You know what? I don't know that I truly believe that this is a Christmas movie, but the way that I feel right now,
wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and pick it anyway because it's an aspirational one, and I did cross out 2 aspirational ones because I eventually saw them and they're just not that great. So I'm gonna go with Batman Returns.
Nice.
Yeah.
I agree. You know what?
I
I'll
haven't
give
watched
to you.
it as a Christmas movie, but I kind of want to, and it's on my list of like I need to revisit this as a Christmas movie, and so I'm gonna take it aspirationally because what the heck, there's no rules.
I would not have agreed, but did you play the
feel like there
Batman
were
game?
rules.
like
Yeah.
Batman
Oh, yeah.
Origins or whatever.
I feel like
that
there
was
were
set
rules
during
to
Christmas.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree completely.
You
It's a Christmas movie.
you seem
Yeah,
upset by
totally.
this pick?
No, he said there's no rules. I thought there were rules.
Oh no,
to
there are
this.
rules.
There's rules.
I thought
We
so.
picked television specials as
He
movies
picked
today,
a
guys.
play for a movie the other week.
play.
You picked a play.
The
that
scary
you
one in
know.
Chicago.
Movie. There's a movie.
Yeah, but you
the Woman in Black.
The play was
picked
better.
the play.
Right,
It's not
and
my
the
fault. The
Woman in
play's better.
Specifically-
It's
The
not my
play's
fault the play's better,
And
and then I
when
talked
did you
about
get
the play on the
Italian
on the
me? What are
podcast
you
about
doing?
movies.
I'm part Italian.
Okay.
Soul.
So we can.
So much for the Christmas special.
Hickory dickory dock.
You look like a cutie patootie.
Oh,
If we can pick whatever, I'm taking Saved by the Bell, the Christmas episode.
Do it. Are there rules?
these are all Christmas movies that we've picked. The fact that
Batman
some-
Returns is a Christmas movie.
I'm not. I was just taking issue with there's no rules.
To quote
Also,
Outback
it
Steakhouse,
was
no rules, just right.
on the list that Cash provided us as well.
How could someone please? How is Batman Returns a Christmas movie?
Takes place at Christmas time.
Yeah, the whole
It
thing
is
during
pretty Christmassy.
Christmas time.
Like every
in
scene
Gotham.
is Christmas.
Maybe after which one of
With
the,
the
Batman
penguin
movies
and-
is
Is Danny DeVito, Michelle
Danny
Pfeiffer,
DeVito.
Which
Christopher
also
Walken
one
Yeah,
of the best.
Christopher Walken.
as Max Shrek.
Max Shrek.
I'm sorry. I just had Christian Bale in my head the whole time that we were talking about this. I was like,
Oh, yeah,
is-
no,
Just in general?
No, none of those are Christmas movies.
Which one of those is Christmas? Like,
None
what do
of
you mean
them.
it
None
took
of them.
I'm going to
place-
take American Psycho.
Michael Keaton.
I just want to say, until Colin Farrell did the Penguin, this was my favorite Penguin in any Batman representation.
Oh, he's great. Yeah,
Like, he's gross.
Really,
He is
really.
gross
I mean,
looking.
I feel like you talked
His
Danny
teeth.
DeVito into life for this podcast by
I would
mentioning him as
love
much as
to
you
have
did 10
Danny
minutes
DeVito
ago.
in here.
Danny DeVito's great.
He's his
yeah.
Vince Vaughn.
I do
really?
love almost everything he's done. I even like that crappy Christmas movie he did with Matthew Broderick. What was that?
You thinking of
It's-
Nathan Lane?
No, it's him and Matthew Broderick did a Christmas movie. I can't think. Deck the Halls.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because it's not Christmas with the Cranks. That's
Yeah. No.
Tim
that's
Allen.
Tim Allen.
That was one of the
Deck
ones
the
that was
Halls.
an aspirational movie for me, and we watched it, and it was. Meh.
It was all right.
yeah, it's Tim Allen and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yep.
His only good Christmas movie is Santa Claus, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So let me, your last
All right.
pick.
I am picking something
Did my volume get louder?
that,
You went Italian.
and I'm doing this mainly because I want to give people the opportunity to see this movie.
Was that you?
The Ice Harvest is what I'm picking. The Ice Harvest has John Cusack, Billy Bob Thornton, and one of my all-time favorite actors, Oliver Platt.
Just pick Bad Santa.
No. The Ice Harvest is an incredibly fun film, and it is a Christmas movie. It happens all in one night, and it is Christmas Eve, and it is fantastic.
The Ice Harvest.
If you've never seen The Ice Harvest, it is well worth watching.
Hey guys,
Harold
before-
Ramis.
Before I tell you, what do you guys think the Rotten Tomatoes score is on this movie?
The IMDb is 6.2, by the way. For Rotten Tomatoes, I'm going to guess 44.
You're close. 47 and 43.
I promise you,
Good.
if you watch this movie, if the three of you do not, as a consensus, say, yeah, that is a hidden gem, I'll be shocked.
I find that a lot of John Cusack movies are hidden gems.
It-
I like
Sure.
a lot of his movies.
that's-
This is him as John Cusack-y as he can be.
Okay.
This is quintessential John Cusack, and Oliver Platt's character, Wild Miner, is so freaking funny.
Oliver
I
Platt
love
I'll
it.
check it out.
Yeah, I
We got
lo-
2 weeks.
You know, I've talked Oliver Platt up numerous times.
Oh, yeah.
He's always in
He's great.
minor things, but I always find that guy hilarious.
He's your Danny DeVito.
I thought Vince Vaughn was my Danny DeVito.
Roger Ebert, 3 stars.
Out of 4? Hey, there's my guy.
All right.
Very good.
Ice Harvest.
Ice Harvest.
And it all happens on Christmas, and it is sort of Christmassy, redeeming. Yeah. So there you go.
Okay. I'm up. My last pick, and I kind of want to just take whatever I think Littell wants to take.
There's no way.
And that's the
you would
Christmas
guess.
spirit.
Just a few that are left. So that is on my list. Salome's pointing out Mickey's Once Upon a Christmas,
which is fun.
which that's different than Mickey's Christmas Carol, right?
Yes, it is.
Because I enjoyed
It's-
that Christmas Carol a lot. from
I
being
like
when was a
that
kid.
too.
Ernest Saves Christmas on the board, Jingle All the Way. I am going to go with one of my OG favorites, the original, the first Santa Claus. Tim Allen.
Yeah. Okay. So we mentioned
Oh
it.
yeah,
That
that was
that
on
is
my
the
list.
best of them for sure.
Easily.
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen the second or the third, but
You don't want to.
that first one was so
Keep the magic alive.
More importantly, you really
I
don't
like
need
the
to.
second. I like the second one as well, but I like the first one.
The first one is very heartwarming. That is very funny, and like the ending gets you.
Yeah,
The kid's a little annoying,
Yes,
like when they're at Denny's and he's just
but I think that's
milk will
like
be fine.
Tim Allen's actually acting in that movie, and it's pretty good.
That so
I like the boardroom meeting. I'll have and I'll have and I'll have. Like, okay.
that is an interesting time in his life. I use this sometimes at the height of his powers.
I mean, truly, yeah.
He had the #1 movie, the #1 show, and the #1 book in the same week.
That's pretty sick.
Wow.
Home Improvement, Santa Claus, and
The Triple Crown.
his autobiography, I think, is "Don't Stand Close to the Naked Man."
Well, that would be a good
Yeah,
title for
that
anything.
sounds right.
I think.
But
That's
anyway,
a good
only
word of
person in
advice.
history to have done that.
Remind me to
Number
tell
one
you
movie,
guys
show, and book.
the working title to my autobiography later. It's pretty similar.
Is it
You can't put it
Danny
out on a
DeVito is
podcast,
my
though.
Vince Vaughn?
Do you want to know what it is right now?
No, you said remind us to tell you
Okay,
later.
I'll tell you later.
We're
I
we're
want to look
almost done.
forward to things.
He can tell us in 5 minutes.
That's true.
We're almost done.
We are almost done. We should end
When
it.
you say in the like remind you
there's
later,
more
Just get to the name of my
later in the podcast or later in the day or later in your life.
right after. Well, whatever you're
I didn't
feeling.
know what you meant. Like, are you
You
telling
wanna
us during
save
the
this-
podcast?
If you want to say this when you're feeling down, I can do that.
Oh, is that uplifting? Yeah, well, wait till I have a bad day.
I really hope it's called Christian Littell, the Nick Salemi story.
How one man can make a difference.
All right, last pick.
Take us home, Littell.
Oh, it's my turn.
Yeah, that's how
The last
whole
pick.
game.
All right, guys.
Mr.
I'm going to
Irrelevant.
pick what is now my favorite Christmas movie, and it actually came out last year. I saw it in a mostly empty movie theater. No one else was with me, and I cried like 3 or 4 different times because it was
Maybe
that
it's
good.
not Oh, maybe it is that.
This is The Holdovers by
Oh, Giamatti.
with Paul Giamatti.
He came out here twice.
This movie, have you guys seen this movie?
Oh, it's fantastic.
I have not.
Linda hates it though. Like it's very
How
strange.
can you
I don't
hate
know.
that movie?
She's like, that's not great, and I was like, oh, okay.
That movie shook something deep inside of me.
I have
Like,
not seen it. I want to see it.
It's all about a professor at a private school, and some kids get left over, or the holdovers,
Right.
during the winter session or whatever before school starts back up, and it's just about his time with them. And it is really, really, really touching.
Who plays the woman that runs that keeps up the school, the building, like the house mom?
I don't know. I can see her face,
Sorry.
but I don't know
I
that
can
actress's
too.
name.
Because she from the trailer, she looked like she did an amazing job too.
That there is not a bad actor in that whole movie, and the kids do. Oh, dude, one of the like the
Divine Joy Randolph.
Yes.
That
yes.
is.
Yeah. Because
She
she's
won.
funny.
She won. I think the Golden Globe for that.
Yeah.
Did she win. She didn't win the Oscar though, right?
I think she did.
Did she win that too?
There's a scene where he
she's
takes,
awesome in it. Oh, she's so good.
Yeah,
Yeah, Oscar winner for supporting role.
Yeah.
there's a scene where he takes one of the kids to, like, was it New York, to see
think so.
his like dad or mom. Oof, rough,
All right.
but really good. And the cinematography, would you agree, is like beautiful.
Oh,
the
it's
whole
gorgeous.
time.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So yeah, there you go. That's my recommendation, everybody. The whole
Merry
very good.
Christmas, everyone. I thought you were going to take Krampus or Krampus.
I do love
Ooh.
Krampus, but this one, it's recent and like it's my favorite Christmas movie now. So
How about
It's a bold choice taking your favorite Christmas movie last.
I knew none of you were gonna pick it because I didn't.
It
think
was on my list. I mean, if
you had
things had
picked it,
fallen a different way.
That'd have been an alien moment if you stole
yeah?
that movie from me.
Oh,
I
that
don't know
would've
if
been
I'd
fun.
talk to you because
So if you got one more pick, what would you take?
what would I take if I had one more
If you
pick?
had one more pick, what would you take?
Maybe Trading Places.
Okay. Arvin?
I'd go with Spirited.
It's a good
Salami?
one.
Family Man with Nicolas Cage?
Ooh, That's a good one. I'd go with Just Friends. Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah,
Just
that's a funny one.
Friends.
Can I also give one more Lost Classic?
Gremlins
that
were
people
really
haven't-
good too.
Have
Yeah,
any of
Gremlins
you
was high on my
seen?
list.
It's from the 1980s, and it does have Nicolas Cage, and it has Dana Carvey, and it has John, the guy on SNL who lied all the time. John Lovitz.
Lovitz.
It's called Trapped in Paradise.
Never heard of it. Trapped in Paradise.
That
Trapped
sounds
in
like it got
Paradise.
some great reviews.
Yeah, you already
And
know.
it didn't.
I'm telling you again, watch it, and if I will be amazed if you guys don't come back saying that's fun.
You know what? Shout out to rom-coms. Love Actually is a good Christmas movie. too.
1994.
1994?
Yeah.
What did I say?
80s.
80s.
It's got a strong 5.9 on IMDb.
No one picked the Polar
Hey.
Express. I'm just
A
realizing.
31 on Metascore.
I've never seen it.
Trust me. Trust me.
You've never seen the Polar Express?
How often do I steer
missed
you
out.
wrong?
No, it's true.
Trust me.
So are
I
we
was
doing?
a jaded teenager by that point when it came
Are we
out. and I
doing
was like,
Scrooged at Salemi's house?
No one picked White
Yes!
Christmas.
Oh my god, that'd be great.
No one picked White
Have you
Christmas.
watched White Christmas?
The
Yeah, I
Bing
mean-
Crosby one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
What's
music
the
from
other
it's
one?
great.
The music's
The
amazing.
music's great.
That's
but
the movie, not so
That's
much.
fair.
I
Movie's not.
watched it. I didn't care for it.
There's like 3 songs that I would definitely listen to from it.
Uh,
Yeah, the movie's.
That's
why
fair.
is
yeah,
it?
It's a bridge too far.
Why
for me.
didn't you pick Polar Express? What did you say?
I've
never
never
seen
seen
it?
it. I've never seen Polar
Oh.
Express. Yeah.
What about
I was
you?
shocked by that.
Yeah.
Why
I
didn't
was
you
just saying-
pick it?
I mean,
I know why I didn't pick it.
I guess it's not my favorite. It's just surprising it didn't get picked, I guess.
I liked it until like like once they get to Santa Claus Village.
It get pretty
I mean,
boring
my
in
God.
the village.
It's boring as hell.
Yeah.
And
There's
when you
nothing
got to
going
Santa
on.
Claus Village, how does it?
Because the
how-
whole beginning is so sick. Like this train showing
Right.
up, the whole like roller coaster ride. through the
Yes,
ice.
there's a lot of fun hot cocoa or hot
Oh,
chocolate. My fault.
Hot chocolate.
And then
Yeah, I
they get
was
to Santa
16
Claus
when it came
Village,
out.
and it just like for
Yeah,
25
it's just,
minutes,
like,
it's
dead.
which
Nothing
is really,
happening.
really weird.
I've never seen it either.
Really.
No, I was 16 when it came out.
Yeah, you really got to see it
I
as a
must have
little
been-
kid. I think
20s ish then, but yeah. It
the
was
book's
like-
great.
All I've heard
I
is
saw it as
that
a
how
little
creepy
man.
the animation looks.
Yeah.
How dead they
It's
look in
that
their
weird,
eye.
like, uncanny valley kind of situation.
Yeah.
Because it's like the CGI is like, it's evolving.
It's
but
only
it's
that
not
way in
quite
parts.
like Pixar, and it's just.
Like some of it,
Yeah.
it blends really well, but I think that mostly happens toward the middle and end. Like
Yeah.
it feels like they ran out of money or something.
I will agree that the animation's probably a little off-putting.
It's outdated by now. So
Sure.
Yeah.
And they were, they're kind of blending styles, and it just wasn't there yet. The technology. I'd like to see them remake that movie. I think it'd be a really good remake.
Yeah, with better. I mean,
Maybe have somebody punch up the Santa Claus Village part, though, it sounds like.
Yeah, and maybe they go to like Africa instead.
well, maybe Tom Hanks doesn't have to play. His face doesn't have to play so many different roles.
That's true.
I
and
feel like that's a little
make it
weird.
live action and make it have Jack Black teaching music to kids.
And
Oh,
Bruce
and
Willis is
have Vince
saving
Vaughn in it.
Nakatomi.
Yeah.
And
Oh my
Oliver
God.
Platt.
I would
And-
watch that.
And Oliver Platt. You got to get Platt.
Oh,
Which,
that
by the
would
way,
be
I just
good.
rewatched Chef recently,
Great.
and he's the critic.
Yes.
He's so,
So
funny
good.
as a critic in that movie.
Why doesn't he get more? I love that guy.
Tell us why, Cash. You know why.
I honestly don't know why.
I thought you
I'm
knew
surprised
some-
you don't stick with the bear, though, since he shows up so much in it.
I know, but I don't. I just. That's a different
No
story.
Frosty
for
the
another
Snowman
time.
pick.
He spent too many
fair.
time. He spent
That's
too much
fair.
time in a professional kitchen to want to watch that.
No Harold
just-
and Kumar Christmas
There's just
pick.
elements of it I don't care for.
Sure.
All right.
All right, Merry Christmas, guys.
Merry
Happy
Merry
Hanukkah.
Christmas.
Happy
Merry
Kwanzaa.
Christmas.
Much
Hanukkah.
love to you and your families.
Ticket studs out.
Love you.